Hello, accountability buddies. I'm Les, and this is another episode of Less is More Healthy. And I'm coming to you from little park in my city. And wow, the sun got so much brighter here. And the last 5 minutes of a really clear, bright, sunny fall day in mid-October. And I just wanted to get outside. I've been sick, which has been kind of a thing on and off this whole year. It's been a rough year, and that's why I haven't been recording. So let's talk about last fall. Last fall, I've always planned on this channel being seasonal, where I record in the summer because it's when I do the majority of my riding, because I think that's where I thought that was the most interesting thing, was the ride. But I have learned a few things over the last few months, and this channel is not about the ride. It is about riding, but it's also, I've always said, it's been about my health and wellness journey. And I haven't been documenting that, and I really should be. So I was realizing, I was on Threads the other day, and a woman posted that she had just been diagnosed with type 2, and she was looking for people who also were going through the type 2 journey. And I realized there's still not a lot of really good channels out there about type 2 diabetes from the perspective of people who just want to be a little bit more healthy, and from the perspective of people who just want real talk. So anyway, I'm back to it, and there have been a bunch of things going on that stopped me from last fall recording. But so this spring, I had a family member go into the hospital for 2 months, and that meant every Saturday I was going and visiting them, and not that no one else in the family visited. I just happened to be the family member closest, and so because of that, I visited. And that was a whole thing. So, in the scales of life and balance, I really took a significant chunk of time up. I'm not complaining about that. I'm merely pointing out that when you choose to do something like visit someone every Saturday in the hospital, and it takes up a whole day. The drive to the hospital was 45 minutes to an hour. The drive home was 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on traffic. You make choices in life, and that was one of the choices that I made. That was important to me, to be there for that family member. And then after that, we began the search for a new car, which we did buy a new car, or a new to us car, which was a whole other adventure of visiting dealerships and all kinds of nonsense. We eventually bought the car, and then a whole bunch of work stuff cropped up. But also, I managed to wreck my knee. And I don't know a better way to put it other than to say I wrecked my knee. Electric skateboards are a lot of fun until they are not. And my lower one part of my leg, the calf and foot went out that way, and my thigh stayed where it was, and my knee just bent and popped in the wrong direction. I went to the ER, x-rays, it wasn't broken. I'm still waiting on an MRI, which, if you're thinking that's a really long time to wait, you're right. Initially I was like, it seems to be healing up fine, I'm all right. There's no need to go to see another doctor. I really should have gone to see another doctor ASAP instead of waiting on it. Because in late September, I managed to re-injure it. And, re-injured my knee, not badly, but, I was playing games with the kids at work. And so I have my first orthopedic appointment next Friday, so I'll find out if I need surgery on the knee. But because of the whole knee thing, I spent July and August just building up my miles on my bike again and being able to put stress on the leg. Um, you know, those first 2 weeks out of hurting my knee, I wasn't riding at all. Um, and that was rough. Just really felt terrible. It hurt all the time. Was on crutches for a couple of days, and then it was hard to walk. So that was a whole thing, right? Like, it was a lot. And then with that, I spent the following weeks doing 2 miles, 5 miles, and then I stayed at 5 miles for a really long time because the muscles around my knee were getting very sore. And eventually, by the end of August, I did build up to a single, I think it was like a 19-mile ride, almost 20-mile ride. And I was really sore after that. And that was when I made the decision to purchase the e-bike. My wife and I had been talking about getting an e-bike for a long time, as a way of extending the life of our car, as sort of like micro mobility, the idea of taking the e-bike to the grocery store or for shorter trips when it's just one of us. And also so I can do the commute by e-bike. And I have been. So the e-bike, the great thing about it is that I keep up with a lot of the traffic, and it actually takes me less time to get to work via the e-bike than it does via the car. Some of that's just due to driving through Salem or riding through Salem, but it takes me half an hour to get to work via the e-bike. Whereas, this time of year by car, it's a 45-minute drive for 8.5, 9 miles. And I will say I enjoy the e-bike ride a lot more. The e-bike, the good thing about it is that, yeah, I keep up with traffic, but I have a torque sensor e-bike so that the harder I pedal, the faster it goes. It's got a max speed of 20 miles an hour. It does have a throttle, but I'm using it as a means to stay active. And it is helping. It's definitely helping me stay fit and active. So that's been actually really, really nice to have the e-bike. I believe it's really helped my fitness this year. And now my wife and I are talking about getting a second one so that we both can ride on the regular. And yeah, we're just really enjoying the e-bike. I did this spring, right before I hurt my knee, purchase a new bike. We had some financial stuff come through that has made us a lot more financially stable. So I was able to buy, I found a really good sale on a State All Road 4130 in my size and in the phosphate finish that I wanted. And it's fantastic. I love the bike. But it looks like I'm probably not getting back onto the bike until next summer. And even then, when I do, I will be building that mileage up the same way that I did it this summer. Yeah, I think I've only put 150 miles onto the state bike, and I've already put like 175 on the electric bike. It's just because I've been riding it to work, and I found that because the electric bike does keep up with traffic, I am riding a shorter route that I wouldn't be able to ride on my regular bike because I can't keep up with traffic in the same way, and it's just not quite as safe. And yeah, so anyway, the e-bike has been a game changer. I feel really good about the e-bike. Say what you will about e-bikes. Yes, a lot of kids ride them stupidly. Yes, there are a lot of e-bikes that I don't think are e-bikes out there. Mine is a electric Express 750, so it does have a 750 watt motor, which I think was probably overkill. I probably couldn't have gotten away with the 500, but the 750 came bundled with an improved headlight and taillight combo, extended range battery, as well as a rear rack rated up to 60 pounds. And so it does have a potential ride distance of 65 miles if you ride in the lowest setting and you're like pedaling the whole time. I've found I can get about 40 miles out of it without a charge because I mainly keep it in 2 or 3 when I'm pedaling to work. And we'll talk a lot more about commute by e-bike in another episode, but it's been really fantastic. I really, really do like it a lot. Water is getting hot. I'm using a different little stove here. I've got a little Esbit knockoff stand, and then I've got some solid fuel pellets. I'll talk more about my setup for camping. I wish this summer when I'd gone camping that I'd recorded some stuff, but I really didn't have time when I was camping. I went on a camping trip that was combined with a work training. So I was getting up at like 5 in the morning and getting to the training center by 10, and then working in a print shop all day long, and then not getting back to my campsite until like 5 or 6 o'clock at night, going for a swim, and then literally crashing. One of the things that I have personally forgotten or had up until that point is how physical printmaking is and how it's really a full body exercise. It's getting so close to a boil, and I got fuel in there. We're going to see if I get a cup of coffee. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here to view me making a cup of coffee. And I'll check in again. Thanks and bye.